Hey friends, feels like spring today. It is 70 degrees. So this makes me excited. It doesn't make me excited to look at my green stalks though, because I kept some of these, like the kale and the kohlrabi, in here thinking I could get something out of them, but you can see like this is really soft. I don't even think the dog will eat it. This is the only one that's still fresh, but they didn't grow. So I'm going to yank these out today. I'm probably going to yank out this kale because I'm going to get ready to seed these. So we had another mild day. I did fill these up with more soil. They're still going to need a little bit more soil because this tarragon is putting up new leaves. You could see that down there. And the strawberries should be putting up new leaves too. Actually, this, I think it's either soapwort or black cumin. I can't remember. I have to look it up. But this has new growth as well. But, there's still a while that we can still have frost. My tansy doesn't look so good. Oh, no, it does. Look. That side is fine because it's sheltered. This kohlrabi is soft as well. So I only have one. Maybe this one's not soft. No, this one's soft too. So that sucks. The helichrysum, I never got any blooms out of it. So that's what's that. But I did spend today cleaning up the garden area to prep it. Because hopefully, fingers crossed, this bed will be dismantled and we already have it. It's been in the garage, in the box. The longer metal bed that will go over here, and it will free up all of this space for growing. So I could grow tomatoes here. I don't think I'm going to grow squash here because I'm going to still put the Chomosino and the Cucuzzi on this squash. That's all I'm going to put on this trellis. I probably will put the Romas down here again because they did well. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I think the Romas did better than the regular full-size tomatoes. But even I lost some strawberries. But that happens. You always have to replace them. They only have a certain amount of life in them. You can see the forsythia's got buds on it. Chamomile is still holding on. So is the sage. I trimmed some of this stuff back, but you can see the trellis is pretty much, I missed one, pretty much completely cleaned off. So I've made a bunch of piles, which my husband hates, but that's what it is. That's how I do it. So I trimmed the asparagus. You could see like the onions that I missed. I had bunching onions in here. And you can see the ones that I missed. And the reason, oh yeah, look, there's a bunch of them. The reason I wanted to clean these beds out, yeah, they're soft, is that I have my onion sets that I picked up that I want to plant. So I cleaned all this up. Even the cover crop did not grow great in here, which is weird. It's like grew okay there, but then other stuff grew. But you could see the fennel is still holding on. You could see the garlic coming up. Hopefully. I don't know. This was shallots in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to get anything out of that, but the bronze fennel is still alive. So the garlics, they look pretty good. I mean, better than when I have them in the beds, in the planting beds. So the raised bed was the way to go this year. I think I should actually get a decent garlic harvest, which will be nice. So I'm going to plant the onions in here. This is why I wanted to clean this up. The lavender is not looking so hot. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do anything in this bed, which kind of sucks. I'm hoping that my husband will take care of this before spring really starts so that we can use this bed. There is still fennel in this bed. There's a mullein. And then there's the arugula all died. We tried carrots. They did not germinate. Let's see. They died. There's a few there that are still green, but we just don't have luck with carrots. So that's what's going on. Not a heck of a whole lot, but we do have some green. The birds are singing. Bee was playing out here. I took her to the beach this morning. We got some exercise in. The rain is moving in, so I wanted to get this all done before the rain so that we could clean it up. I still need to trim the blueberries. That is next on the agenda, is trimming the blueberries. I still have to look that up, but I can tell what's dead, so maybe I should just trim it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look it up because I don't want to mess it up. Because some of them are really prolific and some of them, like that one, not so much. That one, not so much. That one, not so much. This one is really prolific though. So I think maybe I'll leave this one alone. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm open to it. Unfortunately, it looks like some of my gopher spurge are supposed to keep the mole away. I'm hoping that comes back. Ugh, they don't look so good. The rhubarb's starting to come up. So this is how you know it's spring. Granted, we haven't really had a winter this year. We did have a few cold snaps, but the elderberry is still leafing out. It's not dying back, which is great. This is the American elderberry. Look, those leaves are already unfurling. It's not early for that. That makes me a little nervous, but it's nothing I can do, right? Because Mother Nature's on her own agenda. She does what she does, and we just have to respect it and learn how to work with it. So like that gopher spurge. These ones bit the dust. Those were the smaller ones. Even that one looks rough. I'm hoping they come back. Not that it really made a difference because the gophers still came in, but I don't know. We'll see. This is a cherry tree that we have that died that I was hoping to get some inner bark off of, but I'm not sure if because it's dead that it's all fermented. So I don't know if it's safe to take the inner bark from that because they said if it is fermented, it can be poisonous. So I'm not really into making poisonous teas. So I held off on including that. If you watched the last video, I made some herbal tea blends because I said this winter I was going to go through my stash of all my herbs. But I did not fully go through it yet. I still have to go through the walk-in closet, which is half of the walk-in closet is basically what I have harvested from the yard. So foraging, wildcrafting, and whatever I've cultivated. And the rest of it was what I had purchased. That's what I actually inventoried. So we'll see. We'll see if I feel ambitious. Maybe with the rain coming. Oh, can you hear the hawk? With the rain coming, maybe I'll do that this afternoon. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this will look different this year. Fingers crossed again that my husband gets it done. We will take this bed out. We will get the other bed is like this one. So it's still an L, but it's actually going to frame off this area. So the compost will move over somewhere else. I'm not sure where. And then it will free up some more in-ground space. But you know, we have the groundhogs. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I did decide that I'm going to do winter squash over here. So I'm going to do the Tremesino Cucuzi over on that arch trellis. But over on this trellis, we have to put another T-pole in. Hawk is calling out. The solar panels will be moved. And I think I'm going to just let it go. Maybe I'll do pumpkins. I'm not really sure. But that's what my plan is right now. And then I'll move the cucumbers back into that garden. So I think maybe I'll put maybe I'll do my melons and my winter squash here. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, if you think that's a viable idea. You see the daffodils are trying to come up. And this is what happens every year. Is they come up, they're like, oh, it's spring. And then it gets really cold. So, my fig tree got knocked again. So I had covered this, but my husband said I basically created a sail. So anytime we have wind, which in my property is pretty much every day, the fig tree gets uprooted. So I'm hoping it's still alive because I've had to prop it up many times. I should just put a cage around it. Maybe that will help it. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of indecisive about even leaving it there because it's close to the foundation, but it was the best place to put it for the time being to get it out of the pot. So, oh look, the hellebore came back too, which is great because this has gotten messed up with that crazy cold, so you could see it here. This is from when it was 9 degrees, minus 27. Yeah, I think that's right. If it's not right, I'm sorry. I'm still practicing my Celsius. But you can see there's some new growth. And the honeysuckle is sending up new growth too, which is nice. So this whole bed, I've kind of got to reconfigure this year too, because if we take this big spruce down, because it's dying from the drought and from stress, then I lose my shade. And that's my bedroom. So then it gets really hot in my bedroom. So I don't want to lose the shade. This is really the only shade we have on the whole property. Everything else is basically full sun, other than behind the fence that's shaded because the patch of woods. But that's my only shade, and that's where I put all my shade perennials. So we'll have to see. Time will tell. But you know, we're just biding our time, even though it looks like nothing is happening. You all know there are things happening, right? The mycelium is running underneath the ground. The worms are active. The positive beneficial bacteria is active. It's all, seeds are getting ready to germinate. Oh look, there's a bird's nest here. Look at that. See, when you just stop to appreciate what Mother Nature provides, there's abundance. Some wild lettuce. I'll put that in a smoothie. It's very bitter. I made a mistake in making a smoothie pretty much all wild lettuce. Do not recommend that. It was very, very bitter. Very bitter. I could do the whole thing of dandelions. It's okay. Wild lettuce, a little much. But, alright guys, that's it. Signing off. Let me know what's happening in your neck of the woods. This is where we are. Beautiful spring-like day. Talk soon.